response appropriate. The spirit will guide us to victory. Nobody better than me.
I never wanted this power, but I'll accept it.
Mercy is a sign of weakness. I will not falter. I will not waver.
Take heart, my friends. Faith cannot be lost, only abandoned.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Weenus. Thank you for joining me. We are about to get into Spooky Ghosts versus CM After Dark, Division B West here in Season 16 of NGS. I apologize in advance. It's going to be a little rusty tonight. I haven't done a cast in a while, so thank you for sticking it out and staying with me on that. Let's take a quick look at the maps, where we're headed for game number 1. Slexia, thank you for the 38 months subs. That's insane. And Tiger, thank you for the 100 bats. All right. Here is our map situation. Take a good look. Soak it in. Feel it. We had a map. The first map pick is going to Cloud of Mines After Dark. They're taking us to Alterac Pass. So let me actually pull that up and show it to you. Boom! Alterac Pass. All right. So the coin toss was won by Spooky Ghost. They wanted hero pick. They banned out Cursed Hollow and BOE. CM After Dark banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen and Sky Temple, and they are taking us to Alterac Pass for game number 1. Very good. So looking at the history of these teams in the season so far, Spooky Ghost is 6-5 with a winning record. CM After Dark is 10-0 so far. They haven't dropped a single map yet. This is the chance for Spooky Ghost to mix it up a little bit and maybe, sully that record a little bit, or it's a chance for CM After Dark to continue their perfect record so far and keep the run going. We shall see. We're just loading in real quick. Alterac Pass. It's always an interesting map with how much attention the bosses get. Will they get picked up in a pair? Will it just be one? Will there be boss throws, invades? The camps kind of just get nailed on this map. Like every time they're up, take them, have them pushing. Those poor gnolls just get really harassed beyond all on this map. But the bosses, that's something that, it's a little bit more risky. It's a little more hidden because it's such a kind of, it's a large rotation from top to bottom. Will you be able to get there in time? How many people are up? Vision can be a little spooky. While we're filling out this lobby, we will introduce your teams. And here they are. All right. There are your teams. Spooky Ghosts versus CM After Dark. And as you know, ghosts like to come out after dark. So I don't know. Are these teams really in collusion together? It could be. Could be. The lobby is looking good, though. And I'm seeing a little bit of synergy on one side. Maybe not so much on the other. But there's still time. And it may be a more complex portrait synergy than I even realize. But welcome on in. We should have a fun match this evening. Looking forward to it. We'll see if I can pick up some more casts this season. Talked to both captains before the match. Both very nice. Little Wolf for Spooky Ghosts and Tiger Hots from CM After Dark. and we should get in there shortly. Once again, if you're just joining us and you missed the maps, we are headed to Alterac Pass. As such, chosen by CM After Dark. First hero pick going over to Spooky Ghost as they won the coin flip and decided that's what they wanted. So they get the first hero ban, first hero pick. It looks like we're getting some R's in the lobby, and we should be heading in soon. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday evening to round out their weekend. If you happen to be working the Monday through Friday 9 to 5. We're all dreading work on Monday, but we can ignore that for now. Don't even think about it. It's still a long time's off. Alrighty. Let's do it to it. Let's see, do I have my chickens? I think I have my chickens. Got my chickens ready to go. Mini chicken. Oh, I don't know where my medium honker is. Well, maybe this is the medium honker. It's been a while. All right. Also, I got the hog honker. I think we're good. Let's get into draft. Spoiler alert, but Rackham says Cowboys up 33-0. So it's a great Sunday. Wow. All right. Very good. Tempest Jet coming into chat. It's going to wash dishes, but why not put off life necessities and watch my boy Weenus cast CM After Dark? I appreciate that, Tempest. Welcome on in. All right. So Spooky Ghost does get the first map ban, the hero ban, and then they will get the first pick. So is it up to After Dark? Are they going to ban out some of the global favorites like Brightwing, some of the meta favorites like Johanna? Spooky Ghost could also ban out some things that have a little bit of poke on this map, like a Li Ming to poke over the wall to keep the channel from happening, or maybe a Junkrat for all the traps and also extended range. Maybe a Stitches? Could do some Stitches action and pull them over the wall. Stukov is going to be the first ban coming out from Spooky Ghost. Johanna right away from CM After Dark. No hesitation. They know they don't want to play against Johanna. Let's move right along. So could it be a healer choke in general, or is it just Stukov because he is so annoying with that silence pool? Maybe a Brightwing ban here? The still first pick is going to go to Spooky Ghost, so they could pick something spicy instead of banning it. Anduin. Nope. Gonna go for Li Ming. Make sure that those pokes over the wall are not gonna happen. Last of the first two bans coming out from After Dark. What do they not want to see? I've heard that there's been some spicy Maiev play from Spooky Ghost. Maybe they want to get rid of that. Maybe they want to get rid of some more globals. We will have to see. Let's see. Okay. Automod seems to be working great. Won't deny that. Boom. Malthael gonna get banned out from CM After Dark. I'm not sure if that is a targeted ban, or perhaps they're gonna pick up some chonky boys and don't want to have to deal with that percent-based damage. We shall see. First, real pick coming out from Spooky Ghosts. Maybe a Dahaka, maybe a Brightwing. It's gonna be a new Brack. Eric with a K. Grabbing that big old beetle. You are able to cheese the objective on this map with beetles if done correctly and no one challenges you. You can get in there, drop all your beetles. I see Tempest do it sometimes. And you can channel the objective while the beetles are fighting all the minions on the point. So, I don't know. But a lot of good CC coming out from a new Brack. Cocoon, probably at 10. Tiger, grabbing that Dahaka. And Ice X grabbing the Murky. All right. Well, this is a wild draft already. I was not expecting this. Dahaka, a little bit more of a normal pick, but Murky. That one's spicy. Rackham says, Death Punisher has been watching his Rackham Teaches Stukov instructional tapes. Smart to ban it. Well, Stukov is really good in the hands of Rackham and many others. Hard to master, though, so these teams, I think, have a good grip on it. And we're going to see Junkrat getting picked up. So we're moving the Li Ming, but grabbing the Junkrat. That could make it a little bit more difficult to approach through bushes and things of that nature, getting those traps, stopping people from just charging right in. I like it. Tempest says beetles and cheese, great snack. Yikes. Oh no. All right. Well, I forgot to read. Was something happening in draft? Oh. Oh no. Okay, so it looks like we had somebody drop from the lobby. Okay. Well, we're just gonna make sure that the bands stay the same. Oh boy. Always some drama here and there. That boy's got to get some good internet. You can't get dropped out during draft. Basically, everything up till the Murky draft will be the same. Okay. So Murky was, apparently Murky was a mistake. It was supposed to be Brightwing. But they picked Murky. You know, Brightwing and Murky, sometimes they look a little bit alike, so I could see, you know, you might have picked it that way. Oh my goodness. Operation Blow the Frog to Hell. I'm glad you added to hell at the end. Otherwise, it would just be Operation Blow the Frog. And I don't know about that. Someone forget to pay their internet bill? Could be. I'm here for some Murky. Oh no, Tempest. There might not be Murky as we had hoped. Hope for the fish. Might not get the fish. All right. We are gonna get our players back in here. In the meantime, here's something about bugs. Here's some Anubarak action.
Do you hear the Master's voice? Cower before me, mortals. The whole of this realm will break. Let's play! I will bring you to your knees. None resist the chill of death. One dies, one grows strong. 1,001 gods, and none could save you.
All right, here we go. We're gonna try again. We're going to try again. So we'll see what happens. Let's try to predict what happens. What's the first ban? The Li Ming? Was that the first ban? No, that's right. It was Stukov, then Li Ming. On the other side, we had Malthiol and Johanna. Johanna first. First pick, Anubarak. Then we went with Dahaka and Brightwing, I guess is going to be the new pick. And then from there, who knows? It's like we've done this all before. Oh, wait. Maybe we have. No take backsies. You can't show me Murky and yank it back. So sad. So sad. All right. Yes, we are going to get Brightwing and Dahaka. Double globals as the first picks coming out from CM After Dark. And I think at this point, we are back on track. We're going to see Junkrat. Junkrat was picked, but I don't know if they're going to... I don't think they have to keep it. So we're going to go with Sergeant Hammer from Rogoth. Little Wolf.
It is time.
Nope. Boundrix is going to grab up the Zool. Okay. Now we're into the third band, so still need a healer on the side of Spooky Ghost. That might be something that's targeted by CM After Dark. I don't know, they did see that Junkrat, but maybe the strategy has changed. I guess it could definitely change based off of a Murky being changed into a Brightwing, so What's it gonna be? Mandoin. No pulls from the Dahaka tongue. That tongue is gonna get in there. It's gonna stick, and it looks like it's gonna take. So what can CM After Dark do to get at this hammer? I guess you can have Dahaka popping through bushes. Maybe be able to get some action on there. You could have Brightwing teleport in with Dahaka, but I don't think that's going to be enough damage to seal the deal. And then we have a setup of Spooky Ghost, you know, probably setting up to keep the hammer safe and try to block anything that happens in that zone. I guess you could try to get a Stitches maybe. And sometimes you also don't have to let the other enemy team have one pick that you have to counter with your whole team. Maybe you just beat them some other way. Tassadar getting banned out by Spooky Ghosts. And now we're going to get into the 3 and 4 pick from After Dark. Still looking for a tank and looking for some DPS.
Stitches want to play.
ISX is going to grab the Stitches, try to pull that hammer from safety. Pro Brush is going to pick up the Mephisto. Interesting. All right, so you do have some dive potential with the Mephisto to jump in, cause some problems, and then leap back to your Shade. That might be able to put some pressure on Hammer. Malfurion, and we do get the Junkrat. Little Wolf picking up the Junkrat. Kaleidos grabbing the Malfurion. Excellent. So you could get some Bone Prison into Sleepy Roots from Malfurion, into traps from Junkrat, mines from Junkrat. There's the double stun combo from a Nubrak. There's a lot of CC potential coming out for Spooky Ghost, which I like. Right now, After Dark kind of depends on pulling their targets to their deaths with the tongue from Dahaka, Stitch's Hook, and Hanzo now by Raven X. Going to be there to try to pump some damage into these targets. All right. Well, we shall see. I like the flexibility of the CC from Spooky Ghosts. We'll have to see the burden of execution from CM After Dark if they can pull these targets out of safety and to their deaths. We will see right after this. We'll see you on the other side for game number 1 of Spooky Ghosts versus CM After Dark. Just kidding. Okay. Enough of the pause music. All right, here we go. Game number 1. How do I do this? All right. Game number 1, Spooky Ghost on the left-hand side. We have Little Wolf playing that Junkrat. Kaleidos is going to be playing Malfurion. Eric with the K is going to be playing a Nubrak. Boundrix is going to be playing the Zool. And up at the top, we got Sergeant Hammer being played by Rogoth. On the right-hand side, we have CM After Dark. Tiger's going to be playing Dahaka. Death Punishers on that Brightwing. We have Ice X on the Stitches. Raven X is going to be playing Hanzo. And last but not least, his Pro Brush is going to be on the Mephisto. All right. Let's get this rolling. I'll show you some of the talents down below as we get into our first skirmish of the game, perhaps. We have Hammer up in the top-hand lane as well as Hanzo. Mephisto starting bottom, not wanting to take part of the fracas. We have the extra wound timers going off for Junkrat there, so you got to watch out. Even if they miss, they will stick around for longer, do a little more damage. Pro Brush is going to get the Bone Prison. It's going to be next to the wall. Death Punisher coming in, getting the healing in, but there's a nice boot by Junkrat, and Pro Brush is in trouble. Backing off. Little Wolf also getting a little bit low. Nice stuns coming out from Eric with a K. There's the Bone Prison again, hitting Mephisto. He's going to be able to get back just fine. Nice gank attempt, but there was a quick reaction time from Death Punisher. getting that teleport heal in. Camps are up. Little Wolf wasting no time. Saying, let's get it on. Let's get going. Politis there. Gonna put some of the heals through there. Who takes the camp on CM After Dark? Who does this? Icex looking for a hook. Oh, it's barely missing. I think you have to have Hanzo on this with Brightwing. Not ideal. It's a very interesting matchup between Rogoth and Pro Brush up here. Oh, not quite in range with the towers. Has to back up a little bit. Icex trying to put some damage onto these gnolls. Get them down, but siege damage is coming in mid, and it's coming in hot. Already taken about half the wall, plus. There goes most of the wall. There's a nice boot by Little Wolf. And mid wall is completely gone. Here comes the camp. It's ready to come on out for CM After Dark, but a lot of value gained by Spooky Ghosts. Picking that up fast. Up in the top hand lane, it looks like Rogoth is getting a little bit better of a chunk of Pro Brush up there. Tiger comes up, tries to get the gank up there, but a nice retreat by Hammer. Going to be able to avoid that. Well,
The Horde's taken our camp. Get ready to stop their raiders.
You cannot defeat the Frostwolf clan.
all right. We might be back. Let me know. Hopefully things are fixed. It looks green on my end again, but hopefully it stays that way. Let me know in chat if things are back working. Many apologies. No idea why that happened. All right, so the objective has been picked up by CM After Dark. Mid is getting cleaned up by Spooky Ghosts. In the top, a big push with the boss. Boss also grabbed by CM After Dark, pushing with the objective. We have 3 members dedicated there. We do have Tiger down in the bottom, trying to get some damage on that bottom fort. Up in the top, trying to push in. The cavalry unit has gone down. The boss still has about 3/4 of its health. A nice hook there by Isaac, but Eric with a K gets right out, glides right on by, putting some shred onto this boss. Boss has taken about half of the top keep so far. Will go down. I don't think the keep goes down here. Meanwhile, in the bottom, distraction from Tiger. Coming in and taking out the bottom wall, but here, you know, it's still actually keeping them busy up in the top, keeping them from coming down and dealing with Tiger. Thanks, Kian. Kian says it seems to be looking okay. Let me know if it dips out again, and we'll see what we can do. In the meantime, the chase is on, as Spooky Ghost thinks maybe CM After Dark has stayed too long. There comes the arrow popping out from Raven X, getting some stun in there, but the chase is on. Big stun by Icex, but he's taking a ton of damage, and we're going to see a new Brat go down. A counter kill there onto Icex. It's a 1-for-1, and it looks like both parties are going to disengage at this point. All right, so it's been a little bit. Let's look back at the talents, which have changed quite a bit. Junkrat, we have the Riptire. We're looking at the Napalm Strike, Tranquility, Skeletal Magels, and Cocoon for the heroics from Spooky Ghosts. After Dark, we do have the Blink Heal, Isolation, Consume Souls, Dragon's Arrow, and Gorge. So we will keep those in mind. This bottom boss is open for both teams. Who wants to get it? Spooky Ghosts show up first. After Dark is lurking though, so they may be waiting for a counter engage. Brightwing can come in at any time. Stitches is now back up and alive. Death Punisher doing what they can to try to clean up the mid camp. The objectives are now up for both teams, ready to go. Who will be the first to claim the objective? Brightwing heading top. Gonna be able to use that hyper shift to get in if they are needed. There's a sleep onto Icex. Here comes the arrow. Just barely missed a nice 3-person stun from Eric with a K. Little Wolf taking a ton of damage though, down to 150. We'll be able to back up a little bit. Tiger getting low now. Here comes the Riptire. Boom, into the sleeping roots. Raven X now getting stunned, getting very, very low. Raven X will fall. Here comes the Bone Person there onto Icex, also getting low, has to pass through the mud, gets stuck in the roots, down to 150, will go down, and Death Punisher also gets taken out. It is a triple kill. Going over to Spooky Ghosts. Woo! Big plays, big plays. Objective is being channeled here by Spooky Ghosts. They only need about 22 more seconds, and that will be longer than CM After Dark can afford before they res. Ektar in chat. Here, I was told that you had retired. I should have. My stream just dropped out a little bit ago, so hopefully it stays stable. Otherwise, it will remain true. Bottom boss is picked up by Spooky Ghosts. So that's going to be a great combination with the objective to really push hard in these lanes when there's no forts left. Bottom, mid, and top have all been cleared of their forts, and so that's going to go directly on to keep in all 3 of these lanes. So what kind of defense CM After Dark can put up here, trying to shred this boss before it does too much damage. 20s are online for CM After Dark first. But close behind Spooky Ghosts. They're almost there as well. Top objective is getting stalled out there by Tiger. Doing a good job there. However, does that leave bottom vulnerable to a 5-man push plus boss plus objective? Top is cleared out now. We'll see if Tiger decides to burrow down. We do have Pro Brush doing what they can to clear out mid. Bottom keep is taking some business end of the damage. It's down to about 10%, and there she goes. A nice push coming out from Spooky Ghosts as they secure that keep. Looking for a counter engage. Pro Brush comes on in, does get cocooned, and will probably be stuck there when he comes out. There's no shade to retreat to. Here comes the arrow to try to help get them out. Pro Brush is not going to be able to shade away, is going to sleep, and will go down. That is going to be a staggered death onto CM After Dark. This opens up a potential for Spooky Ghost to take the mid keep. There's a big hook onto Boundary X as Zool is taken deep into the core. This polymorph takes a good amount of damage, but is not able to be taken down. Will be able to escape. Tiger going in, looking to try to tongue someone, does not quite make it. And here we have Spooky Ghost grabbing 2 keeps on that push. They do still have their top keep down, but they have definitely even the odds. You want 2 keeps down if you can help it before you end the game, taking down the armor off of the core. Boss is up. Sorry, not bosses. 1 boss. Bottom boss is down for another 240. Still 8 seconds until Mephisto is back up for CM After Dark. So this should be a pretty straightforward boss capture. It does not look like CM After Dark is going to try and challenge it. Instead, they grab their own null camp. I guess we could pull up what was done for 20s. If you'd like to check it out. Let's see, where do we go? Target practice. Okay, who are we missing? We're missing one from target practice. From Hanzo. Complete for unyielding power there, and Mephisto. And we do have the rewind. Very dangerous rewind. Coming out for a Nubrak. Alright, so boss is getting cleared by CM After Dark. It will still get some siege damage in. Meanwhile, objective is started by Spooky Ghosts as they know that CM After Dark is distracted by the boss, having to clear it. This is a big fight, though. If we get a 5-man wipe on either side, even a 4-man wipe on either side, it could be GG's, ending through top or mid and bottom. Trying to stop the channel. Looks like Death Punisher gets it. There's a big hook. there is the arrow coming out from Raven X. Boundary X taking a lot of damage. It is polymorphed. Out comes Cocoon. Mephisto is stuck in there. Pro Brush is coming back out. He's trying to pop off some damage. Tiger is trying to flank them. There is the first kill. It will go out onto Zool. Meanwhile, both bosses almost about to be attacked by minions. CM After Dark taking advantage of this stagger kill, trying to get the channel, and they are able to make it. Almost interrupted by Little Wolf there. Ravenx taking a ton of damage. Will go down. It's a good hook there onto Rogoth, but it's not going to be able to find the follow-up to find the kill there. The channel's still going, but the minions now stop it. 30 to 34 seconds, and now the stagger is on CM After Dark. 4v4 for now. Camp is available, but the channel has begun once again for Spooky Ghosts. CM After Dark grabbing their camp, picking that up. They have 15 seconds left if they want to try to engage again. Thank you, Tempest, for the report that things are working again as intended. Apologies again. I don't know why that happened. Welcome in, Limebus. And hello, Cats Chats. Welcome. I always want to say Cats Chats instead of Cat Chats. I just like multiple cats. What can I say? It's barely missing that hook there from Icex. Hitting a minion instead. The objective does go over to Spooky Ghost. Ooh, a very spooky objective. A very dangerous objective. The lanes are mostly pushed here, though, for CM After Dark. In the top, in the bottom, so it's gonna be hard to find traction there. However, in the mid, it is fully pushed up, and this is where the defense is gonna happen. Only one shield level left for the boss, as the two other keeps have been taken down, but that objective does get shredded. We don't want to, as Spooky Ghost decides they don't want to overcommit for that fight. These beetles really causing problems for the hooks for Ice X. So a nice counter pick there. Top objective still alive, bottom objective still alive as well, and you know, with like 70-80% health, so there's actually some siege that can be done in the top without having to win. Coming in, trying to see what they can do there. The objective does go down. The top wall is mostly gone. A lot of poke damage coming from Little Wolf, lobbing those grenades into the business of CM After Dark. Long range poke from Rogoth. In that mobile siege, playing hammer in that hot rod with protection. I like the protection of these traps being laid by Junkrat, so that even if someone does get in close, but now if they get hooked and pulled, arrow does miss. But there's the gorge. Cocoon onto Stitches though, which will remove Rogoth instantly from the belly of Icex. So nice reactions there. And the race is on. Death Punisher getting very, very low. Has to retreat into the back. Rogoth also low. Root going out on a Pro Brush. The Bone Prison. Woo. Health bars are kind of low on the side of CM After Dark. I don't know if they want to chase that too hard. And there's a big wave mid racking up here for Spooky Ghost. Spooky Ghost has kind of taken control of the lanes with that objective. Big waves mounting in the top, in the bottom, and in the mid. Bosses. Are we going for a bottom boss play? And it looks like we are. We're gonna trickle down. CM After Dark. Maybe they don't know where they are. They think maybe they're up top. Yep. Tiger checking the bushes. They decide, okay, they're probably on bottom boss. We're gonna take top boss. However, bottom boss is getting the business. Down. Let's check at the top. Actually, CM After Dark not doing too bad, even though they approached the boss a little bit later and reached it a little bit later. They got it, you know, pretty fast. Kian saying that there's some pretty insane team fights this game, and I agree. Going into the 25th minute. Or is it the 24th minute? I'm not sure. Are we already in the 25th minute, even though it's not complete? Hard telling, not knowing. Both teams going to shred up these bosses. These bosses aren't going to be marching onto any buildings. They are going to be marching straight onto the core, though, so you're going to want to clean those up. Make sure they don't end on their own. The next objective is up. And a big channel time already for Spooky Ghosts. So they have 23 seconds channeled. Rackham says, all the emotions. Yes! So this could be bad for CM After Dark if Spooky Ghosts all collapse on the point before they all get there. But it looks like actually both teams are going to get there around the same amount of time. Let's see what they can do. Dumping some damage onto Eric, getting the channel. Here comes the arrow, getting a double stun. Nice. There's the trap placed by Little Wolf, chasing the heroes around. Boss taking some damage. Think the boss will be able to clear it for CM After Dark. We'll have to keep an eye on it. All this, it's actually down to about half now. Oh, he needs a spin. He needs a spin. Okay, he'll clear it out. Here's the fight. Cocoon goes out onto Ice X. Rogoth, rather. Gets a little bit low, has to back up. It's going to come back in. Mephisto trying to get some picks on the low health. Not quite going to happen, and the channel has stopped. Big hook goes out on Philitis. There's the junk rat mine to boot them away, but they are going to be able to get that kill there onto Malfurion. Now it is a 5v4, but the health bars are a little bit low on CM After Dark. See if Death Punisher can heal them up. Tiger getting very low. Pushing through the bush. Here comes the Riptire. There's the hook and the gorge on to a new Barak. See what Eric with a K can do if they can get out of this. They are a little bit behind in enemy lines, and there's the kill. Tiger gets a big drag onto Boundary X. There's another arrow, and there's the polymorph, and that's a triple kill going out to CM After Dark. Tiger's gonna go back. Ice X is gonna be cleaning the lanes a little bit. The objective, looking to get picked up here in a 3v2 situation. Death Punisher in the back, trying to get that channel. Probe Rush popping off some damage. Tiger coming into the bush, trying to get the tongue onto Junkrat, but ends up getting the kill anyways. Now it's a staggered death. Probe Rush starting the camp. The objective is about to be complete in 4 seconds. This is going to be a big push this time from CM After Dark. They get all these ducks lined up in a row to push. There is still a mid fort, so maybe not quite as much value for CM After Dark in the mid lane, but definitely in the others. But look at you know the wave mid has been pretty far pushed here by Spooky Ghosts anyway, so I think CM After Dark will be looking into other lanes and doing what they can there. Camp getting cleaned up before the majority of the objective comes down the lanes. Cocoon coming out onto Mephisto, a little early on that arrow to provide cover. Here comes the teleport in from Brightwing to give Probe Rush much needed healing, still taking a lot of damage. Now Death Punisher gets put into a bad situation. There's the double kill coming out for Rogoth. That's going to help them in their defense quite a bit. I don't know if... I don't think CM After Dark can end now. They might just have to settle for mid-fort. A nice defense coming out from Spooky Ghosts. Denying more than just a fort or that whole objective. Ian says Tiger with some big picks. Tempest says nice blow up. That might do it. CM. No. Spooky Ghost coming up with the big defense. I know there's a 30-second delay, so it's fun to see, though, people predict and then it'll actually happen one way or another. All right, here we see a camp invade from Spooky Ghosts. They think maybe they're here. We're going to burrow on in. Nope, not here. Bottom boss is up right now. So it just started. So this camp is going to get picked up for free, stolen by Spooky Ghosts. We do have Death Punisher and Probe Rush now back up to deal with this camp. Bottom boss going down. Yelling Timber. Spooky Ghosts also taking the top bosses, so there's a lot of boss play. on this game that's almost 30 minutes now. Whew. Both teams, a lot on the line here. Will Spooky Ghosts win it? Will they be the first to get a map off of CM After Dark? Will CM After Dark take it? Will they be able to keep their legacy of not losing a map yet this season continue? I don't know. We'll see. They're pushing it hard in the bottom lane. There is a wave amassing mid against them, but here comes the TP's back. We see Riptire coming out. Ooh, wow. There's the Bone Person into the cocoon as Tiger is cocooned back by the boss behind the keep. Ooh, a nice friendly hook from IceX. Here comes the arrow and the scoop up. IceX gorges the Nubarak. Is this a pick that they can get here? They do. The polymorph comes in strong. The boss is still up. The top boss from Spooky Ghost has to go through a keep, while this boss is smacking the core right now. CM After Dark trying to end it. The boss is dropping about half. A lot of damage coming just from the creeps. IceX getting low. Oh my goodness. 8k left on the boss. We're gonna lose to Haka. And there it is. Game number 1 going over to CM After Dark. That was a close one. Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, let's adjust the score there. That was close. Base race. Might be a base race scenario coming, says Tempest. Yep, you were right. Still has that, yeah, and top still has a keep. Yep. Oh my goodness. It was 30.5 minutes long. What a what a long game. It was a very close game. Well played by both teams. Just when you thought one team had enough come through, and especially at the end there, Spooky Ghosts, they put up an excellent defense and were able to turn that around that one time when we thought maybe it was it. But yeah, here's some stats to take a look at. So much hero damage coming out from Pro Brush on Mephisto and Rogoth on Hammer. Hammer 6-0. No kills ever secured on the Hammer. My goodness. That can be tough to do because you got your boosts, and then after that, your mobility is a little bit limited. Very close on the healing numbers as well between Colitis, Death Punisher. 10 to 13 as far as kills go. It was close all around. Really, really close game. That was fun to watch. It is going to be a nightmare trying to patch that first game together with all the disconnects I had to do. But looks like we've been stable since then, so that is a good thing. All right. So I'm not sure where we're headed for map number 2. But we could always take a look on what we've played so far. What's banned out? What will be next? Will be up to Spooky Ghost if they want hero pick again for game number 2, or if they want to pick the map. We can also take a look at the talents if you are interested. Take a look. If you're very interested, you could always take a screenshot. And if you're super, super, super interested, DM me later and I'll send you the replay files and you can watch the whole thing again on your own. Hammer player had some nice unstoppables to block hook, says Tempest Jet. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Is that siege tactics? Yes. Using nanosteel plating while in siege mode grants unstoppable for 2 seconds as long as she remains in siege mode. Yeah, I can see how that would be super handy. Also some great hooks from Stitches onto a Nubarak trying to channel that one objective. Some really good setups from Boundary X. Or is it Boundrix? I'm not sure. For going into the roots from Malfurion, I really like that. There's a lot of synergy between Zool, Malfurion, and Junkrat about trapping and rooting and making it really hard just to like walk around. Especially for someone like Dahaka who wants to teleport into bushes, be running through bushes all the time to build up speed, things of that nature. So I There's some good action there. I like the Nubarak pickup for the Beatles as well, which blocked a good number of hooks. Venus cursing themselves, mentioning stability. Yes. I'm just looking for a stable home. Can you give me that lifeline bus? Every day, there's a Venus in your life that doesn't know what they're doing, and they don't have a stable home. But for your donation of just one complete life of stability, you can set them at ease, and they'll have room for the future. I see a lot of messages of Death Punisher coming online and offline and online and offline. Hopefully they're trying to fix their connectivity issues as well. We shall see. All right, let me just double check that I'm not missing a link. Okay, I don't think we've quite decided yet where we're headed for game number 2. How's everyone this evening? Or mid-afternoon tomorrow if you're a Lime Bus. Or in another area like cat chats, not cats chats. I can't even give myself that life, says Lime Bus. We all got to start somewhere. Maybe we should start the charity, the Adopt a Weenus and Lime Bus charity. I think it would go over well. All right, looks like Death Punisher has made it back into the Nexus. In the meantime, maybe you look at this.
I shall be your shield.
Blessing upon friends!
Hell, it's about damn time.
We are steadfast in the face of peril.
Don't underestimate a Nephilim.
Stormwind honors those who serve.
This is only the beginning of our journey.
My wrath shall not be quenched.
Your deeds bring honor to us all.
By steel or fang, we will prevail.
Not even death can save you from me.
Did you miss me? I didn't. Lime Bus says, I'm living pretty content today. And yourself? Yeah, today was a pretty good day. Was playing some HOTS earlier. I'm gonna eat some nachos. I'm gonna eat some nachos later. I got stuff to make nachos and it's lasted for like 4 meals. And I've just been eating all these nachos. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do any more nachos, but they're so good. And I gotta eat up the guacamole before it goes bad. Otherwise, I just feel sad. There's certain foods that when I waste them or I don't eat them in time and they go bad, it makes me feel sad inside because I'm just a fatty that loves foods. And guacamole is one of those. When the guac goes bad, if it's fresh guacamole, you know, you only have like, really, you got like 4 hours. And then after that, like you're scraping layers of brown off unless you like it. Oh, here's the invite link. So we will be going to a Dragonshire, and we just got to figure out who has picked the map. For game number 2, we will be going to the Dragon of Shires. Where's the maps? Hi, Tiger Hots. Peldor, thank you so much for coming in with the raid of 10. Were you doing some casting as well, I imagine? How were those matches? We're just about to get into game number 2 of this Div B West Spooky Ghost versus CM After Dark. Peldor. Oh, I do like those emotes. Those are pretty spicy. It's like Team 1 is going to draft, so I believe the map was picked by CM After Dark. Wasting food definitely makes me feel guilty. Yeah. Well, there's some food and it goes bad. I'm like, well, I don't know if I was going to eat that okra anyways. And then there's times where it's like, oh, man, I forgot that the second half of my burrito was in there. Oh, and now it's done. All right, the lobby is filling up, which is good. Went well. 3-game match is always fun. Yes, more games, more fun. This last game we played, or that these players played, and I watched with the rest of us, went for 30.5 minutes. It was a super close game on All Track Pass, and it was very exciting, and it was CM After Dark's perhaps their first map drop of the season, but they held on to it at the very end, but it was a super close matchup. What's up, Kothon? Welcome on in. What division did you guys come from? What were you casting earlier? What were the teams? I guess no spoilers. Well, I guess the spoiler is it win 3 matches, so that's always fun. But sometimes people are like, I don't want to know what happens until I can go and watch it. But I think most of you were already there anyways in the stream. And now, the awkward delay of 30 seconds. Before anyone hears what I said. Alright, looks like one of our teams... We are waiting for one player to come back from a bio break, I believe. If you forgot which teams are playing, they're these teams.
Let the battle begin.
All right, and we are getting into it. No, we are not. We were so close. So close. All right, we tried. Who did we lose? It's this gosh dang Death Punisher. It's more like Internet Punisher. You better save your guac, says Tempest Jet. Oh, sorry, you better savor your guac. Well, you can't have save with a savor without save. They tell me avocados are why we can't have nice things. Avocados are pretty nice. In lobby, Icex is wondering if anybody on Spooky Ghost would like to trade for their disconnecting player, Death Punisher. Yikes. You're doing some C East? Nice. We got the B West and the C East. It's like Death Punisher is going to reboot. Linebus says, I remember the good old days when I was in C East. I remember when Linebus was actually playing on a team. Linebus, are you on a team this season? I actually can't remember. My nose is super itchy. Don't look. Oh, yes. Oh, itching the nose off camera so hard. Oh, God. Oh. Ah, okay. You have no proof that's what was happening. Oh, feels better on my nose. It felt like the same sensation of when you put a Q-tip in your ear, where you're like, this feels a little naughty. But it's totally fine. Even though like Q-tips are like on the box. It's like, do not insert this product in your ear. And everyone's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to stick it in anyways, she said. And it felt like that, but on a like an itch kind of factor. Like when you had an itch and you got to itch it. I would put that in the same category, but there's something a little bit sketch about that feeling when you put a Q-tip in your ear. Am I crazy? I don't know. You tell me. Thought the itch was gone. It's not gone. All right. Not this season, no. For all intensive purposes, I am a free agent. No cost required. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking for an awesome filler, look no further. Lime Bus. The Lime Bus. There's only one. That can only be one. All right, looks like we're cycling a little bit. Trying to get our 5th player in. Somebody needs to get this boy some new Wi-Fi. I get it, says Lime Bus. Oh, Buttspot popping in. I butt it. Thanks, Buttspot. That's some real good insight there. I appreciate that. Q-tips are an amazing feeling, says Gothon. Oh man, if there's only if there was like a secret camera that took a picture of your face every time you put a Q-tip in, and then it compiled it over like every time you did this, and you just got to look at them, I think you'd probably be like, I don't like this. This is embarrassing. Everyone talks about the O face, but not the Q face. The Q-tip face. Linebus is great at throwing on tank. Are you looking for a tank that throws? Is he talking about a garage? Or is he talking about feeding? I don't know. Here we go. Game number 2, Dragonshire. Now we're really getting into it. Alright, so we should once again have first pick for Spooky Ghosts, as I believe CM After Dark chose the map, which I should take note of. My receptionist duties are so lacking. All right, so if Spooky Ghosts wants this series to continue, they need a win here at Dragonshire. Cloud of Minds After Dark would like to get another win here to close out the series and keep their perfect record going so far in NGS Season 16. You know what it looks like? Eyes closed, eyebrows raised. A little bit of a surprised face, like, I thought I was just doing hygiene stuff, but actually... I have a fear that I accidentally bump into something while I'm using a Q-tip and that it like would get inserted into my brain on the side, and I have anxiety about that. Linebus has both, so throwing the game, but also throwing players as Garage. First ban, are we going to repeat the bans? Show me a Li Ming, although I don't know, I think Li Ming might have been a ban particularly for the Alterac pass, but we'll see if we stick with it here. No, getting the respect ban on the Dahaka. We do have the Johanna ban last time, and then it was also the Mephisto, no, not the Mephisto, the Malthiel, who was the ban, coming out in the number 2 spot from CM After Dark last game. Let's see if they stick with that. No, another respect ban coming out onto the Hammer. I like these bans. These are good. Get a little meta ban, little respect ban. What's a meta? Nothing. What's a meta with you? All right, so our first pick going in, are we going to see a new Brack again? Are we going to see something that controls the green triangle a little harder? Nope, we're going to go straight to Rogoth. Picking up the Vala. Pew, pew, pew. Laser, laser, laser. Bow, 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 bow. I like it. Solid camp. Pickup. 3 ways to stack. You got to stack all the time. Level 1 doesn't let you do anything else but stack. Throwing allied heroes directly into the enemy team to do both at once, says Linebus. Healer in particular. Hammer is a very good ban choice. Yeah, Hammer did great. Rogoth did really good on Hammer last game, just causing all kinds of chaos. Death Punisher once again going for that Brightwing. Tiger grabbing the Hogger. Gonna be fighting for that top point, most likely. Maybe grabbing some camps. The Hogger camp pickup is very strong. Boundrix or Boundary X, whichever way it is. Grabbing that Sonya. Eric with a K. Instead of doing the Anubrak, we'll pick up the Diablo. Looking to wallbang some peeps. Smash them around. I would assume leap from Sonya, but, you know, not always. Doesn't have to be. So you have some solid CC capabilities already out of the first 3 picks from Spooky Ghost. You do have some as well from After Dark with the polymorph. Hogger always annoying when you got a Knoll in your backline spinning to win. You got 2 spin to win characters, Sonya and Hogger. Everyone's got the spins. Is it really a Sunday night if you haven't gotten the spins? I don't know. Let's find out. Does this work? I'm gonna try this. There it is. Sorry I didn't do that before, Peldor. I appreciate the raid. Go check out Peldor doing some awesome NGS Heroes of the Storm casting. Speaking of Garrosh, IceX is going to grab the big Gary himself to throw people around that triangle, and Pro Brush picking up the Janers. Do some cold damage. Hit him with that icicle.
No man.
Little Wolf busting out the Medivh, and Kaleidos grabbing the Uther. All right, so there's a scary. Those portals from Medivh, not always for escaping, sometimes for initiating, and that can be very scary with a Diablo, Sonya, Uther, Vala. Oh my goodness, this is spicy. So Rift says, let's go Spooky Ghosts. I mean, if Spooky Ghost wins, that will take us to game 3, and we like more games. Raven X grabbing the Sylvanas. Very good, very good. Both these drafts seem pretty spicy. We'll have to see what transpires in the middle. We will see you on the other side. Stay tuned for game number 2, Spooky Ghost versus CM After Dark.
My father never surrendered, and neither will I. Sometimes you just gotta go fast.
Let the fire of your heart burn bright.
1,001 blessings upon you.
Don't tell anyone, but you're my favorite.
May Elu grant us strength.
Looks like you could use a medic.
Am I out of touch? No, it is the heathens who are wrong.
If you are expecting fear, you shall be disappointed.
All right, let's get right into it. On the left-hand side, we have Spooky Ghost with Kaleidos is going to be playing that Uther. Boundrix is going to be playing the Sonya. Rogoth is going to be on the Vala. Eric with a K is going to be on the Diablo. And Little Wolf is going to be on that Medivh. Right-hand side, we do have CM After Dark with Raven X. It's going to be on the Sylvanas. We have Tiger on the Hogger. We got Pro Brush on the Jaina. Ice X on the Oshkosh Garrosh, and Death Punisher is going to be on that Little Dragon. Right wing. Thank you for the follow, Sir Rift. Ice X trying to catch the rotation here in the middle green emerald triangle. Portal's already making a difference in the rotations for Spooky Ghost as they are able to, use those on the rotations to quickly go from mid to bottom and vice versa. Kind of skipping a little bit of the danger of Garrosh if you can portal through instead of actually having to walk through. But here's our talents lined up. The bottom of the screen. We are going Creed of the Hunter on Vala, so trying to get those stacks, trying not to die. Protect that Vala as well as you can. We are going for the Warbreaker on Garrosh, trying to stun them heroes. Fingers of Frost, we're going to be stacking up that. Silver Touch from Uther. Reducing the mana, increasing the range. On the hunt now for a camp invade, and 5v3, but it is 4 as Little Wolf is in the wings. Camp is just about to be cleared. The first blood is going to go out onto Diablo as Diablo falls, and the camp is invaded successfully by CM After Dark. Ugh, After Dark. Ugh. Crack in my voice. It's not the crack that I usually show people. What? Sylvanas shutting down the front wall as these giants step up. Back giants being cleared. Tempest saying Vala has so much protection with Uther Medivh. This is going to be a spooky lineup. Spooky indeed. Top lane fight by the offlaners. Tiger versus Boundrix. Boundrix, I'm not sure. Tiger seems to be getting the lion's share of the damage in there as Boundrix is going to be taken down as Tiger gets the 1v1 kill up in the top end lane. Meanwhile, on the bottom wall has been taken out.
The fire comes for you.
And an early dragon as Jaina slaps her icy butt in there, hops inside of the dragon, or transforms into a dragon. It's probably more like it. I don't think you're actually inside the meat of the dragon. I think you become the dragon. Gonna be pushing mid while the rest of the CM After Dark kind of poking around bottom, seeing if they can maybe get some more damage onto this bottom fort. Meanwhile, Spooky Ghost shredding that dragon down. More off-lane shenanigans happening up in the top-hand lane. Nice slam there. Boundrix is going to be able to get out just fine. Eric with a K is low, has to go back, does not have the health to stay in it. And this will probably be the end of bottom fort for Spooky Ghosts.
That beast is not my
And there goes the dragon. Dragon has fallen as well.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
And now the Sylvanas cheese begins, says Tempest. Mm-hmm. Can never leave things unattended when the Sylvanas is in the game. Shut it down with that black arrow. Sevens, talent tier advantage going to CM After Dark. Spooky Ghost grabbing their bruiser camp. Gonna get that marching down the mid lane. No, I think I lied. That goes in the top lane. Right? My brain's doing the dumb. Pretty sure that's top lane. Yeah. All right, here comes a potential gank here onto Boundary X. I'm just going to keep alternating the way I say it. So that'll be half right at the time. Both camps going for mutual assured destruction in the top hand lane. Clearing happening in the bottom with Rogoth and Eric with the K. Got a level lead poking out for CM After Dark as they do have a couple kills on the board. But the game is early, especially if we're going for another 35-minute match. We shall see. Hiding. Hiding in the bushes. Watch out. Crouching Tiger, hidden Death Punisher. I don't know. There's the spin and the portal. Spin from Hogger, portal from Medivh, deciding not to go in onto it and giving up the camp. Camp will be stolen again by a very aggressive CM After Dark. No camp is mid lane here, Weenus? Yes. That. Got it. As I said, it's going to be a little rusty. A little rusty, and it sure has been, but happy to be here.
The Dragon Knight's power is yours.
Getting a little siege damage, pushing these giants up a little forward. Getting some free siege. 3 giants. Odd number to see. They are quickly dispatched by Spooky Ghosts as the next objective is ready to go as both channel points are on the board and are set for CM After Dark. Isex looking for the channel and is going to be able to get it before Boundary X can get there and stop the top shrine. Boundary X is a little bit out of sorts here. It's a little bit cut off from where they want to be and will go down. It was a nice pick from CM After Dark. 10s online. For CM After Dark, we have Decimate. We're going for Shockwave, Summon Water Elemental, Blink Heal, and still holding on Sylvanas. Not sure what we're going to pick there, but it has been a whole level since 10s have come online. We have 42 stacks from Vala. So there's that. Going to continue building. You can get stacks off the Dragon Knight, so that's good. We don't have any deaths from Vala, so that's good. As long as you don't die, stacks aren't too important. They're good, but when you die and you lose that gambit, that feels bad. Eric with a K, waiting for Garrosh to come out. Isaac gets charged, gets flipped. Chases on, getting very low. Here comes a stun from Uther. There is the CC train coming out as Colitis drops the hammer. Eric with a K gets the slam and the flip, and it's a double kill. Coming out for Spooky Ghost. A nice play there, and this is, I think, what they need to start getting back in this game, as they have lost all 3 of their forts and haven't been able to get any buildings of their own. Nice, solid plays. Tempest says CM stole 1 camp and Spooky Ghost is still on the back foot, looking really solid for CM. Comes through right after Spooky Ghost makes a solid play of their own. Really showing what they can do. 13s, though, online for CM After Dark, so they have the talent tier advantage. Spooky Ghost wants to be careful that they... oh, their camp is up once again. Are we going to see Isaac showing, saying, hey, I'm pretending that we're all here as we see Tiger on the camp. They're going to know that they're not all there. There are 5 of spooky ghosts, but they kind of want to go in anyway. So Isaac stands on the point. Going to get flipped off of it. Pops the unstoppable. Boundrix gets the D shield. I believe that's what that was. And the camp gets stolen once again. Here comes a slam by Tiger. Little Wolf, can they get out of this choke point? Water Elemental trying to keep them slow, kills them before they're able to take the portal. Leave down for 22 seconds. Now we got 4 Siege Giants down in the bottom lane, and there's the turnoff from Sylvanas. This keep is taking a lot of damage. Still quite don't have 13s yet. There's the toss by Isex onto Eric with a K as the keep goes down. Ravenex trying to dump some damage into Diablo. They got what they came for. CM After Dark is going to leave the cleanup to Spooky Ghosts. The next objective is ready. Pro Brush wants to take the bottom camp. There is a camp pushing in the Bridge of Death up in the top lane as well. No one making a move. Well, it looks like Hogger's making a move for the top channel point. Spooky Ghosts, if they can get 13, maybe get some even talent tier fights, try to get the momentum back. They can. So far, CM After Dark is this camp has just been the whole time. We turned red. Really hard to defend on a point with Garrosh. Did Medivh lose stacks? That's a good thing to check. Medivh has lost stacks. We are at 0 of 40 for the Arcane Rift. Dragon Knight pushing in. 13s are online. Here comes the APOC combo. Doesn't quite work with the polymorph coming in. Hogger getting the spin in there, going wild. There is the toss onto Colitis. The portal comes out, but Uther will get taken down. Boundrix gets the polymorph, does get the shielding from Medivh. Tiger getting low, is taking tower shots, will go down. Isex now taking tower shots. Boundrix so low. Isex trying to maybe getting the throw. Does get the throw away from the portal. Oh my goodness. It's a triple kill. Getting the Sonya and Medivh there. And the core has lost its shield. CM After Dark might want to end here. We're close to 11 minutes in, but the core is taking damage. Ice does get stuck there with the stun. The core's already down to 65% health. This may not be a 35-minute game after all. 35%. Can Spooky Ghosts push them off? It's going to be real tough. Oh, a nice kill there. They do get the Jaina. Can they get some more kills here? There's the leap. Oh, they get the Sylvanas, and they get Brightwing. A huge defense using the portal to come in for Isex. Can they get it? Of course they will. A quad kill coming out from Spooky Ghosts. Well played. That looked like it was done, and a huge play comes out from the Ghosts. Woo, spooky. Now the core is quite low, but this gives them a little bit of a chance to make some plays here. And have they caught Hogger? Will they get the kill? They do. That counts as killing everybody. That's a team wipe, even though it was separated by a little bit of time. And now they say, oh, we're sick and tired of you taking our camps. We want yours. And this will probably lead to bottom fort going down. Huge plays from Spooky Ghosts. Not giving up and fighting hard. Even talent tier 16s. They are going to have to be careful, though, of backdoor threats at any moment to the 16% core. See what they can do. Getting back into this game, they do have a little bit of a stagger death on to the Hogger, who's down for another 15 seconds. Getting the bottom channel. No one top yet. Little Wolf doing some scouting. Checking the bushes. Death Punisher moving on to the point. Maybe some Kerfluffles here in the green triangle. No. Little Wolf stepping up. There's the APOC. Hoping to catch somebody on the point, perhaps. Hogger has secured the top channel for now. There are 5 bottom for Spooky Ghosts. Hogger looking to come down and maybe grab the objective. Hogger is getting the channel. Should be able to take it. Picks up the Dragon Knight. We're going to lose Garrosh. A lot of damage, though, still coming out. As Eric with a K is down to 465-0. We're going to lose Diablo. Here's the portal. Oh, no. Boundrix will go down as well. It's a double...
Blue team's core is taking damage.
It's a double kill? Oh, yes. Diablo had souls. I was like, why is Diablo back up? I don't know. This Dragon Knight might be able to eat through the shields before they are able to shred it. We'll see. Dragon Knight is falling fast, though. Oh, it's going to be close. We need a big defense here again, and it is just too much onto the core. GG's. Well played. Game number 2 going over to CM After Dark. All right, we'll take a look at the stats. We will pull up. We'll change the score real quick. Oh my goodness. Take a gander at some of the stats here. 9-9. I felt like there's a lot more death in this game, but maybe it was just because it was in a shorter time period than last game, but very even as far as team kills go. Vala. Look at that Rogoth. Just a monster. 8-0. Not dying again. Not dying in game number 1 on Hammer. Not dying game number 2 on Vala, especially going Kree to the Hunter with stacks. Impressive. Everybody else has died. Putting out some massive damage on Raven X, chunking people down as well. 36k there. I'm surprised that Uther was able to keep up with Brightwing, as I feel like sometimes Brightwing has a little bit more throughput on the heals, but Uther's staying right up there with them. There was some pretty crazy CC chains from Spooky Ghosts. Game number 1, super close for so long. Sometimes the score doesn't show how close a match is. So this will be a 2-0 for CM After Dark. They will move on to 12-0. But that first game really could have gone either way. It was crazy. Really liked in game number 2. I really liked the portal action on that defense in the bot lane, where they defended the core to 16% and went and got all 5 kills. It was pretty crazy. Thank you for the bits, T. Gray. And you're welcome for the cast. Let's take a look at the maps, as I will try and get somebody to see if they want an interview from CM After Dark. I will be popping into a channel down there. I think we'll go into casting lobby 1. Casting lobby? No. Just lobby. Just regular lobby. Regular lobby 2. All right, I've lost my tabs. I no longer know what I'm doing. All right, we'll see if we want an interview.
Hello.
Oh, hello. This sounds like a Death Punisher.
It is.
From
Hello,
CM
Weenus.
After
How are
Dark.
you?
I am doing well, thank you very much. How are you feeling after that exciting match this evening?
About ready to call my ISP to try to figure out what is going on here. Oh, what a miserable slog that was, trying to stay connected the whole time.
It seemed like a bummer. I actually had connection issues myself, so game number 1 is going to be messier than the patchwork on Stitch's belly. I'm just saying. For whatever reason.
But no, we're feeling good. Obviously, we kind of felt like that might not have been our one of our better nights, just with kind of the kerfuffle of the frequent disconnects. But we're happy we pulled it out.
Well, if not your best night is a 2-0, damn. and speaking of that, you guys have now kept the record alive and are still undefeated this season, right?
Yeah, so far it's been a good ride thus far.
So tell me about that. Like, if you're undefeated, does that add extra stress? Is that something that you guys are stressing about as you go into your matches, or is that just, when we drop a map, and it doesn't give us any anxiety or anything like that?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say it wouldn't be great if we can win through the season, right? It'd be kind of something I'm sure it's in the back of our minds, but it's not anything that we're constantly chattering about pre-game or anything like that. But you know, the nerves are there. Obviously, you know, Spooky Ghost was those are hard fought matches. Game one was just, man, what a back and forth. But yeah, so I mean, it'd be great, but it's not something I think that we focus on as a team. Every practice or, you know, every match, just to continue on with the hyper focusing on the win streak.
Absolutely. All right, so my number one question.
Mm-hmm.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
How similar is Murky to Brightwing?
Ooh. I mean, they're both green skin, maybe at some point in time. No, it was unfortunately one of those things where that was right in the middle of the disconnect session that we had going on there. So we tried to get the swap over, but you know, unfortunately, we couldn't quite get off the Murky quick enough. But you know, it was great that Spooky was understanding about that issue there, but was not intended by any means whatsoever, much to Ice's chagrin.
Yes, kudos to Spooky Ghost for being chill about that, as you know, accidents happen, and yeah, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
So okay, so Brightwing all day, every day.
Mhm.
Is what's around the corner if people start getting rid of your dragon?
Yeah, look, I mean, there's a few other healers. I don't want to say that you know, I'm not partial to the white main and those kind of non-main heroes, but I mean, all, you know, the four big ones if you think about it, with you know, Fits and everything, Rhaegar, and Stukov, Brightwing. You know, it's kind of hard to you know, really kind of man out and unless both teams are targeting healers, and you kind of get into the some of the offshoots there, but yeah, I think we have a pretty rounded with at least with our healing pool there, and what we can play with. So I'm not too concerned if we have to go that, but I'm always down with some white main. Taronda, give me those gals, or even a little mouth here and there.
Are you asking for a little mouth?
Little mouth. Enunciate a little better there.
Very good. Do you feel like an offlaner as you're soaking lanes, just waiting to cross the map to use your global, or do you ever feel like that ever?
I enjoy the notion to know that I can offlane better than Tiger with a Brightwing. So that gives me the warm and fuzzies in there.
Very good. Very good. So game number one, what were you thinking about going against Hammer? Is that something that you're expecting? Is that something that you've researched that they've played, or is it kind of out of left field?
No, it was good. I think you know, I don't think they've played it all season, and I mean, it maybe was banned a couple times, but I'm not gonna lie and say research in the show they play that a bit there, but yeah, it was a surprise, and you know, people can play around. I mean, Hammer's just kind of oppressive, so kudos to Spooky. They played that map so well, just with the constant pressure between Hammer, Zool, and you know, Hammer late game just was annihilating our team there. So it's definitely something you got to consider rather when you see on the map kind of how to readjust. Obviously, the things, you know, Stitch is good, a new Brat kind of into that. I mean, even ETC stage dive, right? To kind of be able to kind of focus in, get that hammer stun, and get on the back line. But Spooky played it really well, and I mean, you saw it. I think we got rid of that second map there, so it's a compliment to them to be able to play into that and play around it really well.
Yeah, definitely. I saw the respect ban, and it was well deserved. Going into game number two, I think was able to keep up with Mephisto. I think Pro Brush was on Mephisto game number one, able to keep up in damage, and it's kind of crazy. Yeah. So I guess the last question for game number one is, did the hammer did the hammer influence your pick of Stitches?
Yeah, no, definitely did. We needed something to be able to get back in there and play around there, right? I mean, with what they were showing there, they were wanting you to dive in and just blow you up, and we were hoping to, you know, combat that by picking off one person and forcing them to backpedal. And you know, luckily for us, we kind of won that last engage there. But I mean, it could have gone either way. So it was, I think, good game planning on ours and also Spooky's part to kind of play that game. They played it really well.
Indeed. All right, game number 2, not Garden, but Dragonshire. You know, the other one with annoying like woman telling you what to do, like, "Oh, my husband is dead," and like, "Get my dead husband's body, and here's my seeds." You're like, what is happening? There was some interesting choice voice lines that they removed in one of the patches, but she's talking about her seed too much and gathering it and all that stuff. So
yeah,
unfortunately, we probably won't see that coming back. But at game number 2, was there any? You were super aggressive on their giant camp, and I think took it, you know, three times in a row. Was there any hesitation on that call, or was it? Do you feel like part of the way that you could do that was because of Garrosh, or what gave you the confidence to keep invading that camp so often?
Yeah, I think for us it's our timings to know, you know, get everyone in position and for that. So with Garrosh, right, we kind of know we can quickly peek. You can peek with a lot of tanks to see what's happening, but we felt comfortable kind of getting in there just because we had quite a bit of a stronger early game. So it was more for us, I think, really just being in position and all being on the same page. Okay, we're here. Let's go. And you know, it worked out for us this time. And you know, next time it might not be so lucky. But yeah, it just I think was good calls by both Ice and Probe to be on point, get everyone in position, be able to come in if we needed it.
Yeah, it was. It seemed like you know, by the end of it, it was like, okay, well, this camp just belongs to After Dark. And then I guess last question is, were you expecting the epic defense from Spooky Ghosts when you were going core in the bot lane and they held on with 16%?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's always a bit of a risk, you know, trying to end those ones a bit early. And I think it was a good defense on their part to be able to kind of push us back a little bit. And we were getting fairly low and unfortunately just couldn't quite get those last few autos in time there. But yeah, we were hoping we could get that done, but no, they put up a good valiant defense there, and they were starting to make a little bit of a push there with the camp invade and killing Hogger there to steal that camp over for him. So yeah, a little bit of a shock, but I mean, for us, we just kind of said, okay, refocus, and you know, we had a good game plan on the last engage there, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it was an exciting play. If all of their engages had been like that, it would have been a different game too, for sure.
Yeah.
It was that the portal combo was gnarly.
Yeah.
All right. Did you have a favorite moment in this match this evening, overall?
Ooh, when I was able to play the game and not be disconnected from it.
Very good, very good. All right, one last question for you, and I'll let you get on out of here. And that is, it's unHOTS related. But if you had to go for 3 months without eating carbs or meat, what would it be?
Oh, man. I mean, I love me some carbs, man. I got to get rid of the meat there. I can make do without that, but
go vegetarian for 3 months, but you gotta have your cheese pizzas.
Got to live on that brioche Nutella, man. That's where it's at.
Very good, very good. Well, thank you so much for coming on out and doing this interview. Do you have any shout outs before we let you get on out of here?
Of course. Thank you, Venus, for casting tonight. Always appreciate you know, all the casters kind of getting in there and taking time on the nights and evenings to do this. So thank you for doing this. It's for us tonight. But you know, shout out to Spooky Ghost. You know, like I said, they put up a really, really good fight on both matches. So nothing hanging the heads about there. So thanks for the great set there. And then you got to shout out the team here, Tiger, Probe, Raven, and Ice. You know, thanks for hanging in there and playing with the bot Brightwing for part of both matches there.
Awesome sauce. All right, well, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, and apologies again for the little clips that we're gonna have for match number 1, but we'll see how much of that match was salvageable.
All good. Thanks, Venus. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Toodaloo. All right, that was Death Punisher healer for CM After Dark as they take their 2-0 victory over Spooky Ghosts. Well played by both teams. I can't believe game 1 went 30 and a half minutes. It was pretty crazy. Welcome to the very end, baby Oopsie, for coming through. It says carbs easy. Get in my husband's body. Oh my. Bold choice to let Disconnection Man be the one to take the interview, says Tempest. He says Disconnection Man. That's gonna be the new India Bollywood film, Disconnection Man. Look forward to it. All right, thanks for being here, folks. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the follows and for the bits and for being cool and chill. Thank you to both teams. We're gonna get out of here in a second. Thanks for being here. Have a lovely rest of your Sunday evening. We'll find someone cool to send you on over to. In the meantime, these were your teams, and we'll see you next time.
Let the battle begin.